Aloha, it's Keegan. I got my phone balanced on a branch of a tree. Hopefully it stays there while I make this video and tell you what's been going on in my adventure, our adventure, because you get to be involved with it. And I'm excited for you to watch and to listen and to let me know what it brings up. Last time I made a video, I was in central Portugal. Kind of come quite a ways since then. Right now I'm in southern France in this beautiful garden in the region is called oddly enough, and it's I was drawn here because I found out about something called Rennes-le-Château. Uh, from Originally I think it was from a roommate when I lived in Kauai. I was volunteering at the Resonance Science Foundation with Nassim Haramein and learning about sacred geometry, unified physics, bringing together like mathematical, physical understanding of spiritual concepts, like understanding how energy flows in the universe. And my roommate was just brilliant, and he was interested. He passed several books to me, the Nag Hammadi texts. Oh, it's the wind! Don't fall over, camera. And one of them is called Gen Isis, and it talks about one of the books he passed to me. It's called Gen Isis, and it talks about this region and how there's monuments that are arranged in a sacred geometrical pattern, like creating a pentagram on the earth, and it's in relation to the Paris meridian. And I'm reading through it right now and understanding all the complexities, and it's like it's very involved. Like it's going back into Egyptian mythology, and basically it's like it's these archetypal things. Like I mean, and if you look up like a video called Astro Mythology by Santos Bonacci, or if you look up Astro Mythology, you'll understand like basically all the like religions are coming from stories about the stars and the heavenly bodies, which as you know from astrology are of reflections, as within so without. The psyche is it's the nature of the soul, and we can see it in the universe around us, and also it's what's playing out on the interior world, the psyche. So that's why we're reading about these in this book. Right now I'm reading about like the Isis and Osiris story, and how that's reflected in these monuments, and coming to like a deeper understanding of what that's all about. And I think it's something that's revealing the history of humanity, I think, and it's also revealing insights into the nature of who and what we are, and maybe also like on an individual level. So I'm diving deep into that mystery. I'm excited to share findings to bring enlightenment to myself and to you through this platform, and what's happened in between. Well, actually, I can tell you the story of why I'm specifically in this garden. I spent like 2 nights after I came through Spain. I was in central Portugal, and I ended up spending like 5 days on the beach, and with this one of the other volunteers that was at the Quinta de Lage eco project there. And sorry, my phone's like telling me stuff. It's been a journey. I went through Barcelona. I saw the Sagrada Familia, and following synchronicity, I ended up hitchhiking my way into this work trade position where I am right now, helping in this garden, just kind of clearing some wood, lots of thorny stuff, and burning it. And it's this. My host is this German woman who's been living here in the Pyrenees for many years, since 1984, I think, and she just picked me up hitchhiking when I was in Rennes-le-Ban after I spent 2 nights. I was free camping in the nature outside of Rennes-le-Château, which is a beautiful hilltop village, and one of the parts of this mysterious monument geometry that's in this region, and so that's, you know, I was camping there to check it out, go to the museum there, find a little bit about the history. There's like mysterious stories of like hidden treasure or like intrigue about people that keep are maybe have been murdered possibly by the church to keep the secret from getting out or something. Um, so yeah, I'm finding out about these things. It's like numerology and dates in history. Like the 17th of January is something that's come up. And if you go check out the book, I have a link in the Telegram channel. And I can put one in the description of this video. It's, you know, for free to borrow. They call it borrowing. You know, you can get it a digital thing and read through it. The Gen Isis book. It's pretty interesting. And yeah, so I spent 2 nights camping there, and then I went to visit the Renleban, which is a beautiful canyon town, and there's a river, and there's you know, a campsite where I went, got to take a shower, but there's also like a hot spring. Not quite as great as like some of the hot springs I've been to in California and Oregon, but still it was a beautiful experience. And met up with some Belgian people, try to learn some French, and yeah, it's awesome experience. I'm really happy to be here, and my goal remains to keep going east. I actually put a deposit in to commit to doing this workshop in Russia. It's about natural building, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video too, like after getting inspiration from being at La Sagrada Familia in Barcelona and seeing like just like the genius of Gaudi and how he was bringing all this biomimicry and you know, inspiration from nature, and has these different sculptures of animals on the church and like snails and stuff. Like, it's really cool, but also like the genius of it, and like how he thought of the basilica that he designed, La Sagrada Familia, as like a big musical instrument. And I found out while I was there that there's these bells that are like tubular bells. They don't like come out like a regular bell. And I don't know, he was one, I think he also designed the bells. They have like a whole set, which I can't say that I did experience listening to those. I wish I did. But it said in the museum that they had a whole set of these big, tall, tubular bells that are tuned to every note on the piano, basically. Like a full musical scale like a piano has. And so that's amazing. But Gaudi not only designed the church to like create this beautiful experience of feeling like you're in a forest on the inside with these giant trees and the amazing like light that comes through the stained glass windows. Like, the outside's amazing, but the inside is like a whole other world above the outside. It's awesome to go inside that place. And but he was also thinking about it as an instrument for these bells, so that the sound would come through and go out into the city. Like the towers have these like little like megaphone windows kind of to let the music that's created by these bells go out to be heard by the whole city, which is just amazing, you know. Makes me really inspired to also be a builder of temples one day, and you know, have these structures that are created that can last into the future and signify and, you know, be beautiful and like signify our connection with the divine and with nature, and actually be effective tools for bringing us into balance and with the environment. And so yeah, I thought to talk about that while I was thinking of what this workshop that I'm planning to do in Russia is all about, which is exactly that. Basically, it's like this guy Alyosha Linov, who is I've been following for a couple years. I found out about him because he had a dome building workshop to build home domes, and also he's a permaculturalist, and so it was a 2-part course that I got from him a couple years ago, online course video that is, one is all about how to manage water, like how to collect it, how to clean it, you reuse your gray water, to filter it for drinking, and to store more in the landscape, and the other part was about building domes. And he's gone on to design this really cool earthship structure. He calls it a hybrid. He calls it the Watalarium, which I forget what that means, but it's you know, if you have not seen earthships, definitely look them up. They're really cool. It's like passive solar design, so the you know, cold climate earthships are originally coming from Taos Plateau in New Mexico, and there's a cold climate, and they collect the sunlight and store the heat from it. There's a big south-facing window, and it the sunlight comes in and will heat a big solar mass, like on the wall that the sun falls onto, or on the floor as well. And so that's heating the house and regulating it also. Like it'll help cool in the summertime as well. I guess if you close up the window, like I would love to have the experience of staying in one of these things and for a while, and like seeing how you can work with you know, have a garden in there. Basically, you know, it's set up so you can have a greenhouse there. The reason it's called an earth ship is that it's like you could be potentially self-sufficient inside there, like a ship on the ocean. Like you could, I don't know, instead of being on the ocean, you're on the land, you're on the earth, and to I don't know, going forward to an immense degree, be totally self-sufficient inside these things. But I mean, obviously, the perfect solution is to have a community of them, and they're all self-sufficient to a degree. But then when they're together, boom, then they provide for everyone's needs. Like you can grow one crop and then share it with your neighbor. And so yeah, but Alyosha has created this amazing design where he's you know, it's for a super cold climate because he's from Russia, and you know, he's using this design to use the compost, wood chip compost with the humidor. Oh, there goes my phone. Wait, where were we? Anyway, I'm not going to tell you all about his design, but it's really cool. And I'm now being committed to go and have a hands-on live training with him on his land south of St. Petersburg, and it'll be like a Russian cultural experience, and hopefully everything stays peaceful enough where I can do that, and it'll be an amazing experience to connect with my ancestral roots, which are largely coming from Russia. I know I mentioned in my previous video here about going to Poland. Not sure if I'm still gonna do that. You know, in May I was planning to go this next month. I'm also hoping to accompany my friend who is a volunteer at one of the projects in Portugal with me to the Bosnian pyramid. We were talking about checking that out, this ancient healing structure, and exploring the mystery there. And so I have these dreams, and they're, you know, basically they're all in Eastern Europe. For the time being, I'm lucky enough to be exploring this beautiful, mysterious land, kind of mountains, Pyrenees, mountain, foothill, amazing geography here. I've been hiking around, and yeah, just enjoying the mountain weather, where it's sunny and hot, and then clouds are coming, and it rains a little bit, and then yeah, it's really cool. It's like a microclimate in this garden where it doesn't rain as much as it does right around us. But anyway, I've been 3 days here, and we'll see. Feeling the flow, intuition, guidance, and just financial ability. of continuing traveling and to go on this adventure to see the pyramid. In August is when the workshop in Russia is, to bring in this bioarchitecture visions. You know, I have these dreams for places in the future to create, like as you know, garden sanctuaries for wildlife, not only animal wildlife but like human wildlife, to bring back you know, our integration with the creatures of the world, and to have a place where that's safe and protected and done in a conscious way, with people that are committed to growing in that, and growing together, and being cognizant, and manifesting abundance, and nurturing one another, the humans and the animals and the plants and the fungi and the insects. Those are animals, but yeah. So bioarchitecture is an amazing tool for how we can achieve that, and so I'm really stoked. I feel, you know, seeing this Sagrada Familia, like Gaudi had this concept of bioarchitecture over 100 years ago, looking to nature to bring into designs of our buildings, and the tremendous benefit that we can see from that. And he was way ahead of his time, and I feel that like this guy Alosha is also like a pioneer, or a bioneer, as they call it at the Bioneers Conference in the Bay Area in California. People that are pushing forward into the future, looking to create genius solutions that allow us to heal the divide that has been, you know, perpetrated through us, by us. By our consent, we've agreed to this whole programming of that we're separate from nature, and that we need to like subjugate it, and like just extract what we need and create our cities in a Roman grid, and all these destructive tendencies. And you know, life doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be black and white. Actually, there's a whole rainbow of colors, and you can see that rainbow like in the Sagrada Familia, and like Alosha has this design for rainbows inside the buildings he's gonna create, and I'm excited to go and make something like that, something really beautiful. And I invite you along to see what happens, and to gain from vicarious experience traveling with me through the world on this big Eurasian continent. Well, yeah, I may go to Asia afterward, we'll see. But my need and my ask is that you, if you feel you would like to connect more with me from a healing standpoint, that's something that I'm offering, and that will offer me you know, some financial abundance to move forward with these travels. So I'll have a link I'll put in the description where you can just book a time if you want to explore looking into healing. I offer remote energy healing sessions where I'm working with the subtle energy bodies. And basically your physical body is not the thing that creates your energy bodies. Your energy field, or energy bodies, they create the physical body. So they are actually, if you're looking for the root cause of any health problems that you have, that's where they are. So, and that's where the work that I've learned to do through the Christoph Melchizedek and the Neo-Shamanic Society is to create transformation in the subtle energy field, in the energy bodies, and bring you know, bring health and resolution to issues that are coming up, like whether they're in the psychological realm or in the physical realm, because the two are totally linked together. And all is coming from energy. Everything is energy, and we have the power to connect remotely. Through the power of intention, we can make these transformations happen. So if you're feeling in resonance with that, I please invite you to book a session so we can talk, and you know, the greatest results will be achieved through doing a series of these sessions. And yeah, we we can talk about what it is that you specifically want to do, and then I can also benefit from manifesting abundance and continuing this adventure. So this is who I'm meant to be, how I'm meant to serve. I'm a healing presence on the earth, working with individual problems and bringing solutions, holding space for that, and on a collective level, doing my part to increase our ability to communicate. That's what this channel is about, bringing forth not only the important perceptions that we need to be having, for the perspective that it is important for us to stand as our divine nature and manifest as the law of the earth, to speak our truth and to hold that crucial perspective each of us has, to share our voice, to bring forth what it is that we think and feel, and with others, and then see what it is that wants to happen. Listening. That's something that I've always talked about since I found out about permaculture. Basically, is wish listening, is making a wish list of what it is that needs to happen in a space, like I'm here in this garden. By listening to the energies that's there. There's beings that are all around us, and Mother Earth has a design for what happens on the surface of Earth, and we as human beings are capable, when we take the time to hold the space and feel the energy of basically communicating and being an effective extension of Mother Earth to bring forth her greatest expression in the landscape, the more beautiful flowers blooming and fruit coming out and vegetables going to feed our communities, people that are feeling connection, because that's what we need, is communication and connection, so that the problems that come from a lack of those are abated and they go away. So thanks for listening, and that's the journey, and we're gonna keep going, and I welcome you to share your flow, to share your love and your your whole self, whatever it is that needs to be shared. Reach out to me, please, and yeah, let's create something together. Much love and aloha.